Hello people of the internet, congratulations on discovering yet another video on YouTube. This one, however, is much different than all the rest because this very particular one is about how to direct a script that you have not written yourself. I personally prefer to direct my own stuff because I really enjoy writing, I enjoy building characters, playing around with characters, playing with locations and also just with the plot, and I thoroughly enjoy studying writing. And also while I write, I get very strong visual images and how the character would behave and how they would move, so it seems pretty natural for me to then continue that into directing, as it's already like the image is already in my head how I want it to be. However, last year I had an amazing opportunity to direct a film for which the script has already been written, and from the beginning it actually proved to be quite a challenge for me because I've never done such a thing before. But after a while I kind of managed to find my way into it. First of all, try and find the scripts that you can relate to, the scripts that you like, the script that you can connect to. I am completely aware that this might sound a bit too ambitious for someone who's only starting up in film directing and doesn't really have the chance to choose what they will do, so they basically just grab whatever comes their way, and fair enough, you know, I can't say anything. However, when you come to a certain point, you can kind of start to pass on the stuff that you don't think is for you. Try and at least find something that you can relate to on some layer or in some way. For instance, the film that I directed last year was about a 17-year-old kid who is trying to come with terms of his father going through a sex change. Now, I haven't gone through sex change, I don't know anyone close to me who's done that, and I don't even know really people who have been exposed to such a thing. However, while analyzing and thinking how to do it, I realized that, well, I have been a 17-year-old myself once, and there has been stuff in my life that at that age and either later or earlier I didn't want to face and I didn't want to acknowledge. So that was kind of my way into the script, and it then became a film from the point of view of a 17-year-old kid, which was kind of the point from the very beginning, but I just kind of had to uncover it in my own way, I guess. It's pretty similar to how an actor might prepare for a role. Think about the situations these characters find themselves in, the feelings they're going through, and the relationships they have with other people, and then try to think what that is like in your life. For instance, if someone is in a relationship with someone, you might have been or are in a similar relationship with someone in your life, so that's kind of a link on how you would make your way into the story. I hope this makes some sense. And the more connections you can find, the better. And if you cannot find a single connection, I think it's better you actually pass the script and the film on, because it's just not gonna be a good film if you can't relate to absolutely anything in the film. The next thing that helped me so much, and it sounds a bit ridiculous, but what I did is I made the script mine, which was by physically retyping the whole script. Now this was a short film, so we're not talking 100 pages, but rather, was it 15 or what? But in that way, the script went kind of through me, and I had to literally go through every word, every comma, every location, every character, absolutely every single thing that was in the text. I had to retype it, and so it kind of became mine. Now, if you read the script and you think, wow, this is absolutely perfect, it's amazing, I would love to make it as it is right now, then I guess you don't have to change anything. But if you don't feel like that, then I think as a director you should have the right to rewrite at least certain scenes. Now, don't go rewriting the whole thing unless it's really rubbish. And if it's really rubbish, then maybe you should have skipped it in the first place. Anyway, rewriting scenes will also help you make the script yours, because you will find certain situations and maybe you won't relate to them as much, but you will kind of find them familiar. And by rewriting them in the way that you know them and in the way that you've encountered them will definitely make it more personal, and that's what filmmaking is all about, really. If you have an option, by all means go and talk to the writer and ask them questions and ask them what specifically they were thinking when they were writing certain things if you don't understand them. Because if you're gonna change things, it's always good to know the root where it's coming from, so then whatever your change is still in line with the original idea and you're kind of not just veering left and right in all the wrong places. Do your research. I mean, this one you should do anyway, regardless to what you're doing, but research the time, that's the era when the story is happening. Research the characters, research the jobs they're doing, research the music, the art, everything that is encompassed in the film, and then maybe start obsessing about the details and start adding details into the film, because details kind of make the film real and will make the audience forget they're actually watching the film. I personally never asked the writer about how he imagined anything, I mean in a visual way, because I think it would probably just bother me too much, and also as a director I feel this is my role to bring to the table the visuals and the feel of the film. So having someone who's written it told me what he had in his mind would only have this image somewhere in the back of my mind constantly and just kind of try to make its way out. Maybe it would be better, but maybe it wouldn't be. But if you do get stuck at certain points and don't know, okay, I don't know how the hell this should look like and I don't know what to do with this, by all means ask them and you might find your way out of it. The next thing is ask for feedback. I can understand maybe on a certain level if you've written a script and you're a bit afraid of sending it to people and asking for feedback because it's quite fragile and you're afraid of what you'll get back. Although that's stupid and you should get as much feedback for anything you do as possible. But for this one there's no excuses, you haven't written the original thing, so by all means send the original script to whoever you trust and get their feedback and see what they think, if anything needs improvement or not. If a lot of people mutually think that one thing needs to be improved, then this is probably a sign that it needs to be improved, and that's a lot of improved words in a few sentences. Then go and rewrite the scenes that do need improving and send them for feedback again, and you will see if you have in fact improved it or you just made it worse. And also, once you start writing and you write and write and write, you will start to develop a certain style, and by writing or rewriting someone else's stuff, your style will probably start to bubble up and you will already see that, okay, this is starting to look a bit like me, that it does have my personality after all. After that is business as usual. Start analyzing the characters, the situations, the locations, start casting, start searching for locations. Basically, I mean, whatever you would do for a film, for any film really. Doesn't really make sense for me to tell you what you need to do after this, I hope. And in one way you might actually find it easier to analyze a script that you haven't written, because I guess it's kind of like going for therapy, and when you're listening to other people's problems you usually get the resolution quite quickly, whereas if you're stuck in a certain problem you think it's just impossible to solve. I don't know where I read it, but one guy once said if a person with my problems came to me, I could find the solutions very quickly. This is it. Thank you for watching. I hope any of this makes sense. I realized I was babbling a lot in this video. Don't know why. Anyway, thanks for watching. Go gentle on the like button if, of course, you think this video deserves your like. And if you really think that your YouTube feed could do with more of this beautiful goodness, by all means click that gorgeous subscribe button. I'm here every week, so I will pop up weekly on your YouTube homepage. Thank you again for watching. Keep making those lovely films, and whatever happens, don't be an asshole.